For more on the jobs report is Mark Anthony Grimaldi. He is CEO of Grimaldi Economics and co-author of The Money Compass, Where Your Money Went and How to Get It Back. Mark, welcome back to Arise Xchange. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so when we talk about these unemployment numbers, how much of these numbers are sort of in King's Landing for Game of Thrones fans, meaning fantasy world, and how much are real? Because the numbers, as they tend to be, are all over the place when you start digging through them.
They are all over the place. But like you said, that we do have a shrinking labor market and we have a shrinking wages for the average person. We did gain 252,000 jobs, 252,000, and that's great. Everyone knows the headline numbers. But if you dig down into the numbers, what we have is the average person is making less money than they made a year ago.
What is driving those wages down?
Very simple. As I wrote in my book, I wrote an article in 2009 that said the recovery would be very tepid for the employers and the employees. Right now, the employees are holding all the cards. So employers are holding all the cards, meaning they can pay as little as they want to pay. There's no job growth. There's no demand. It's a combination of a couple of things. Number one, I always look at the national debt as overhead to the macroeconomy. I also look at the corporate taxes as overhead to the macroeconomy. So when you trickle all that down, how much is left for wages and how much is left after all the new government regulations? And I'm not making this a government thing or stuff like that. But so for the average person, there's only so much left you can squeeze out of that dollar.
Yeah, but what's going on here is if you look at 2004, 2005, and we still had high corporate taxes in 2004, 2005. It's really the unemployment number when it changes from a buyer's market to a seller's market. If you're looking for a job, is when we start to see wage inflation, don't we? Basically, there's a number out there that we get to, the real unemployment number, by the way, and the actual real unemployment number is in double digits right now. We all know that.
Right.
So, what does that look like before we get to wages going up?
It's going to look like you have to see the hours worked per day work per week have to go up. But I am here with some good news.
Okay.
And the good news is, as we sit here in January 2015, you can make a case that this is the good old days. 5.6% unemployment. Oil prices have been cutting half. Interest rates are still zero. There's still an opportunity to make hay in this country if you're positioned in the right place. Because think about it. Oil prices cut in half. Nobody predicted that. Interest rates, with today's numbers...
And if you're not in the energy sector, that's great news.
That's fantastic news for the average person.
For retailers, service industry people, anybody who drives a car to get to work.
It's a tax cut for the people who need the tax cut the most. So of
course, Congress is threatening to raise the gas tax, by the way, which they
isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
So just as we get the dime in our pocket, they take out the quarter.
Right.
But you will look back in a year from now, or maybe 2 years from now, and you will say January 2015 offered a tremendous amount of opportunity because of how the economy is structured right now, but not for everybody. It's not for the middle class. The floor for the poor has never been higher. The rich have never been richer. The average person like me, you, and everyone in the studio, we're struggling. However, it's not going to get better from here. Interest rates can't go lower.
This
Oil
is as
prices
good
aren't
as it's
go,
going to get then.
Unfortunately.
So where you said if you're in the right position, you could take advantage of this. What is the right position?
Right position? I would love to be 25 years old, have a nice job, and be able to buy a house. Because that mortgage payment is going to be extremely low based on current mortgages.
More money in your pocket.
Not to get into mortgages too much, but you have to look at it like this. What happened in 2008, houses collapsed, housing prices collapsed, but what caused the problem was everybody's monthly payment went up. Lock in that monthly payment, 30-year fixed.
No floating, no zero down.
Okay.
None. Mark Grimaldi, CEO of Grimaldi Economics and the author of The Money Compass, Where Your Money Went and How to Get It Back. Appreciate seeing you.
Happy to be here.
Coming up, how business is reacting to a major education initiative by the president. You're watching Arise Xchange. Stay with us.